HUG of Switzerland, defending champion. And he and David Weir will go up against each other for the first time since 2012 in the Paralympics. HUG silver over 800 metres in 2013, gold in the 400 metres also, which was a championship record, gold over 5,000 and 10,000 in 2013. Of course, the 10,000 won't be being competed in here. The 5,000 will be, though. There is David Weir, personal best of 2:55.25, the season best of 2:59.23, came in second position in his heat. Now, keeping in mind that the third heat had to be rerun, that man there, Balde, he went down, the German, in the first run of the third heat from this competition, which took place last night. A rerun then had to take place later on. It was the Germans who were well to the fore in getting that race rerun. That man there, Rawat TANA of Thailand, well, he was the man who won the first race, and he won the second race as well. BYCHENOK. Is going from 7 on the inside of him, the man who took bronze in 2013, Masayuki HIGUCHI. He was also in that third heat, but had to be rerun. That man there, LAPPIN. He also benefited from the rerun in the third heat. Prawat WAHORAM. 3 Thais who are going in this competition. A very strong field as far as Thailand are concerned. Chengming LIU of China, he'll go from lane 3. And the third of the Thais, KONJEN, 2:58.58, his lifetime best set this year. He'll go from 2. And the man that everyone's talking about, the silver bullet, Marcel HUG, defending champion. The first time he and David Weir, who's out on the outside, have come up against each other. So they placed them at the furthest possible distance. The question is, what sort of speed will we see at the beginning of this race? There is the world record and the championship record, are both held by Marcel HUG. Let's see if they come under any sort of competition from this field this evening. I'd be exceptionally surprised if there wasn't something that came from this, Evan O'Hanlon.
I've just been out of the training track and heard from Kurt Fernley himself. They're just about to start, so we'll go really
And they're off in this final. And HUG, worth reminding you, in a championship race on the track, has never beaten David Weir, but trying to get out in front straight away, the silver bullet, and a move from the Thais just behind. It's going to be very interesting. The first time that HUG and Weir have jousted on a track since London 2012.
And LAPPIN is at the back there for Australia, but well, Marcel HUG, he's got out fast, hasn't he? I'm just wondering whether he's looking at the position there and thinking, I'm going to take David Weir on. I'm going to get to him nice and early. There, one of the 3 Thais who's on the back of Marcel HUG's wheel, just moving along there ever so slightly towards the finish line. It is KONJEN there in second place, and it's the Chinese Chengming LIU who's there in third place as they go past the finish line. So they're heading around for the 400-metre mark in this 1,500-metre race.
And tactics coming in here with Marcel HUG slowing up as he came into the second bend there and just waiting for some athletes to overtake him. He said, I don't want to do all this work.
Now that's a significant move, because Rawat TANA's hit the front again, and he's the man who had to win the third and last semi-final on 2 different occasions, and Weir has made a little move up. That looks to be him now in second place, and HUG is in third. And will it be between these 3 for the medals? It's a very good swift pace here. You'll see how they're all strung out at the moment. Trying to make a move up is LAPPIN on the outside from the back, but it's still being led by the Thai here, who had to survive, had to stay out of the front, and the men who are at the front are the ones who very much want to be there. It's TANA who leads, it's Weir in second place, it's HUG who's third, 2 laps to go, and in fourth place is KONJEN.
And TANA, of course, who was silver medalist back in 2013. HIGUCHI, the bronze in 2013. He's way back in the field there as we look at David Weir in second place. HUG is on his back wheel there, looking to get up on the outside, just cruising along at the present time, conserving a bit of energy. And it is, well, the Thai WAHORAM, who's also moving around there. They're bunched up now in the field. We'll just wait to see what happens as they come around the far side.
This is championship racing at its best here. They're all looking at each other, waiting, and it looks like it's going to turn into a sprint to the line. I've been told if LAPPIN is anywhere near the front with 120 metres to go, he has got the best top speed of any Australian wheelchair athlete ever.
And here comes the bell, and leading the way is TANA, but but can he defend it this time? Tana leads. It's Weir in second place. It's Liu in third for China. And it's Marcel HUG, the silver bullet, in fourth place. But on the inside, and he's got a chance to make a move up on the inside of Weir. Rawat TANA maybe in front with 300 to go, but he's in a very fragile position. Here comes the move on the outside, and what a move it looks to be coming. Superbly. He's still hanging on though with 200 to go. Weir tucked into the inside. HUG just behind him now in third place, but it's still dramatically Rawat TANA of Thailand, who won the third semi-final on 2 occasions, who's managed to hold on. Weir is staying in second place. Liu is staying there in third, trying to make a big move still on the outside. HUG might be out of the medals here. It looks like it's going to be Tana. Weir's trying to get there, but Tana wins it. And it's Weir in second place, and I think Liu in the end just edged out KONJEN and HUG. And for all the talk of HUG against Weir, the title goes to neither. Rawat TANA wins it for Thailand.
And we have to remember as well that he raced twice last night. They were called back to the track, were the athletes from their hotels. Tana, a silver medalist in 2013. He's gone one better this time, taking the gold medal. 3:04.35 for the winner from Thailand. 3 ties in the race, but he picks up the gold medal. Yes, there was that chat about Marcel HUG coming up against David Weir, and Weir had to be content with taking silver, gold medalist in the Paralympics in 2012. But that is a brilliant effort from Rawat TANA after coming back last night, having to rerun that heat, getting himself back into a decent frame of mind, and then coming back to the track less than 24 hours later to take the gold medal.
What a race it was.
Did not get the medal. HUG did indeed finish outside the top 3.
HUG, who shot to the front off the start line there, and then slowed it up, trying to turn it into a much more tactical race. Weir's come back into the front, but the Thai athlete just too strong.
And it's KONJEN who's finished in third place there. So 2 Thai athletes finishing in the top 3 places out of the 3 of them taking part. Tana in first place, David Weir of Great Britain in second, and it is KONJEN of Thailand in third.
But there was that significant moment on the back straight, I think with about 600 metres gone, when Tana first made his move to hit the front, and he stayed there all the way. Once he gets there, it doesn't matter if you're Weir or HUG, as good as that. It's so difficult to get past this man once he hits the front, and so close, barely a tire thread between KONJEN in third and Liu in fourth place. This man is remorseless when he hits the front, and look at HUG's reaction in the back. That tells you an awful lot. Just absolutely resigned to the fact that he was going to be left without a medal.
And you have to remember also in the 2 heats that Tana went straight out to the front in those. He knew exactly what he was doing, and he's done something similar in the second half of the race this evening.
A blanket, Tana, Weir, KONJEN the 1, 2, 3, Liu pipped by 100, and HUG outside of the medals by 0.09.